Good morning on this glorious fall morning. You're watching the Okie Woodsman channel, and we are going to go ahead and get some wood split. We're delivering some firewood. I probably won't take you along for that. And I'm just excited. These new IBC totes with the forks on the tractor that I am borrowing are a game changer. Let's get going. Now, before I get started, I have to do something I actually really don't like doing on this tractor. And yes, it is a minor complaint on this design on the Coyote here. I hate refueling it. But thanks to a comment from a watcher, I have something that's going to make it quite a bit easier. It's super inexpensive, and if it works, I think this is going to be a game changer. Well, that's not helpful. Could it be that it's just low on fuel, or is it possible the fuel gelled because it was cool last night? What we'll end up doing is refueling it right here, hoping that that takes care of it. Somebody mentioned this right here, said it was super inexpensive. I haven't even opened this up yet. I think it's going to help tremendously with getting diesel or whatever fuel you need to get into your equipment. Now, share with me, when you're done, diesel's hard on seals, I believe. So when you're done, what would you do to clean this out? The store did warn me that once this is taken off, you cannot return this item. So this is driven off of D-sized batteries. That's one thing I don't like about it, but I've got an idea coming up here in the future where I'm going to try to resolve that issue. I haven't purchased D batteries, I think maybe once in my life, probably for a child's swing or something back in the day. Honestly, it's been so long. Like I said, I'm going to try to make it so I don't have to use D-sized batteries ever in the future. Awesome. I think this ought to be pretty cool. Simple if it works. $12.99. And if you get it on sale, you can get it even cheaper. Now the question I have is, will my tractor start? So let me check my reach on this thing. Okay, so I won't want to have my fuel up here. That's okay. That'll work. All right, time for the truth. I'm gonna flip this on. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Look at that. See how long it takes. It's a 5-gallon container. Look at that. I'm here right now, so I'm gonna put my finger where the fuel level is as I speak, or as we watch this live. Okay, so now the fuel level's here. I'll keep my finger there. Phenomenal. Now, the fuel that was in the tractor may not have been winter blend. And in fact, it's likely it wasn't winter blend. And so, I don't know, I have to look it up, but I think we got down to like 30 last night, maybe 28. Okay, so we're down to here now in fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and move my location here. Check that out. Wow. This is a game changer. Thank you in the comment section. I'll try to find the comment, screenshot it, and put it in there. I really do appreciate you noticing my struggles instead of just saying, hey, what an idiot, or hey, whatever, offering a solution that's super affordable. That's great. Now, we're getting down closer to the end here. We're here. And what I'm going to do is, because this can kind of tilt like this, I'll end up pumping it. You know, get every last drop out of that thing. Game changer for me. I spilled diesel all over this thing every time I filled it. I think we're empty. Yeah, so it got, I would say it got almost every little bit out of it. There's a little bit that I'm not gonna be able to reach with it, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, so I did spill a little bit there. That's me being just clumsy. I would say that's a big win. Now, if it works quite a few times before it fails, this is great. If it works, if I can keep it working for quite some time, I'm probably never gonna pour gas in with a 5-gallon jug again. That's all it's to it. Or diesel, however you wanna say that. I had a whole bunch of nasty wood that was laying on the ground wet, and I put it in the bucket because I was gonna burn it last night. Well, it ended up being way too wet to put it in our fire and enjoy it. So I just wanted to go ahead and get it loaded up in here, get this burning off, keep the coals hot, so that way if we wanna warm up, because it's still pretty cool, if we wanna warm up, we can do so. So optimally, you could go ahead and utilize this right near your firewood production area, so you could kind of go ahead and throw stuff in this. Now this is the thing, I probably will utilize this for that at some point, but the thing is this is primarily going to be used for my family. And we burned in it last night, enjoyed ourselves. It was about 36 degrees, I believe, when we came in the house. It was pretty chilly, and it was wonderful to sit next to. As you can see, we kind of pulled up the chairs here. Depending upon the weather, we're gonna obviously have to get closer or further away from the fire. I'm gonna go ahead and collect some more scraps, throw them in here, and it'll be fantastic. My wife is wanting to scale up our firewood production quite a bit, and I don't know exactly how to do it. I'll have to see if I can get some more totes, because we're gonna run out of them in a hurry. Because I threw all that stuff in there, this was kind of some less than optimal wood. This is smoking, okay? And it's also quite full. It's got a lot of ashes in it that weren't burned all the way down. So I don't know if the flow is quite working like it ought to, but I will tell you this, it's a very enjoyable fire to sit next to just in the evening when we're enjoying it. Yesterday we had all 4 of us, then I eventually said, hey kids, go in and get cleaned up, because then it was just my wife and I. It was really nice because they're a little bit rambunctious. So we've delivered a few ricks out of this so far. There's obviously that one there. I think she's close to being done in there, but she is not wanting to be short, because we did that one time. No short. But we've got all this right here. Again, to scale it up, you know, if we do everything, if we do everything like this, we're gonna utilize totes in a hurry, especially with the fact that these don't hold a rick each, okay? So this is all walnut and a little bit of oak. This is half sycamore, half walnut, and this is all pine. I'm really excited to get these pallets up off the ground. It being on sloped ground just absolutely drives me nuts. That's all it's to it. We could utilize some of this tin to keep the wood dry in the IBC totes, but I'm probably just gonna go ahead and cut the lids or cut the plastic liners apart and use those to cover the top of the wood instead. So we've got We've got a few here. I think we probably had about 4 cord of wood in this location right here on all of these pallets. And so we are maybe 25% of the way through what we've got. I'm really excited to split this red oak. It should split phenomenally well. This was a dead standing tree, but as you can tell, it's extremely solid. And she wants to start giving some of the kindling. She's going to start giving some of the kindling away, as especially for these new customers. We're going to end up probably starting to sell that. We'll also split kindling more than likely. So this is kind of more like wood wool, if you will, just shaved pine, and it will help start up a fire. But they will need some proper actual kindling. But this wood is really nice and seasoned, so they should not have a hard time getting it going.
I think this is good enough.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.